Off on our second explore for today. We have just taken a short trip down from Forestway Fresh. That's where we had parked the cars in the 8p time limit. So just come down Myora Road. This is where we parked last year when we did Dundundra Falls and the hunting site. Today the mission is to try to find the Lyrebird site. It's a little bit more difficult to get to. We're only going off someone's directions. There is no Google mapping of this place. So we'll walk down Larule Road here, head into the bush on the left, get to the hunting site, the Aboriginal engraving site where we were last year, and then we have to head downstream and make our way through the bush to try to find the Lyrebird site. This is going to be a lot of hit and miss, I think, because we do not have a little marker on Google Maps telling us in which direction to go. These beautiful yellow flowers we took a few snaps of before we head into the bush. So you see how far down it is. You can still see Myora Road up there. Someone else has parked, so they're probably going to do the walk up towards Dundundra, which is further along. We now head down to the hunting site through the bush here. That's what I'm hoping is from the directions that I have. Once we cross the creek on the other side, we'll see some trails like this where people have gone up to the Lyrebird site. Fingers crossed the bush isn't as harsh as it was back there at the Trigg station. Got the beautiful eastern whipbird whistling here next to us. Oh, he's moved away. Also known as the coach bird. Remember last year walking down here, we could see many a yellow golf ball. There it is. Be careful of those stray golf balls, Belzy. Did you hear that? That hit something on your left-hand side here. Imagine being killed by golf balls. Walking down to visit a landmark down here, and you get whacked in the temple by a golf ball. So far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. If you're a collector of golf balls, and I'd say these are glow-in-the-dark balls, get your ass down here to Larule Road, just down from Forestway Fresh. And there's hundreds of them waiting for you. There's the driving range straight through there. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to back up this Friday. That was a big weekend last weekend. The Mooney Creek Bridge, and we did that 4 or 5 hour explore before that, which I won't be able to upload for a number of months or years. I gave my word to the caretaker that I would not release that footage or the slideshows until the place gets approved with the plans that they put in last year and it gets redeveloped. He said, you'll just get everyone in here and it'll damage all the buildings that are still standing that are heritage. So he said, please just hold off on it. And I said, I will for you, no problem. Right, these golf balls still keep on going. And there's the fence just down there. So this is where our directions start from. So if you get your other phone out, Belzy, once you walk down that creek. Huh? What was it? Oh, did you?
Yeah, sorry, you said, I was just trying to say, I was pointing at it and
I didn't see it.
Watching
A swamp wallaby?
Yeah, it's huge, right there.
Oh, I did see it.
I got a big shot.
I'm sure we'll see a few.
Oh, he was a big one.
Just installed a fresh battery, so hopefully that'll be enough for the Lyrebird site. So this is the hunting site the Aboriginal engravings that we were at last year. Just have a look on the rock here, Bill, if the engravings show up any better with cloud cover than sun. I remember we were having a little bit of an issue with the sun last year. Someone's decided to hang something from here so people know you have reached the hunting site. Oh, look at all the golf balls that they've put up here. Someone's being silly buggers. Where were they? There was a couple up there. And here's the other ones here. Here's the big man, I think it is. Was this the man? I forget what this was again. Yeah, with the headrest. Yeah, so he's got the feathers out the top of his head. This was a kangaroo. Hopping away. There you go. So tail here. There's the back and there's the head up here. Where are you going, Bill? Oh, you're looking. It's down here. Got to follow the creek down. How do you know that? It says follow the creek down. Can you see a creek there? So this is the directions we have. All it says... Yeah. Does it say follow the creek down? Okay, we can try it. Okay, we can try it. So you think we'll head down here and cross the creek somehow that way? Okay. All right. Okay. All right, follow it down. So once again, Belle has made an executive decision. It looks like today she's in charge. I'm going to have to get her a sheriff badge. So next time, Belle, I'm going to go to a toy store, like a $2 store, and I'm going to get you one of those sheriff badges. And you are in charge now. Can I blame you too if we get lost? Now she's thinking about it. We're heading very far away from the creek. I can no longer hear the creek. The Lyrebird site is in your hands, my darling. We're following this path that Belle's taken us on, and I'm very impressed with her navigational skills. Here is the creek, and the way I would have come down would have been through there. Again, that post that I was looking at, that could be from 10 years ago. Since then, there might be all new tracks. Because there was even reports that the hunting site was once a bit of an effort to get down to. But that's really cleared now. So do I have to start using my compass, or have you got the compass on your phone? I'll get up here and have a look at my compass. You let me know what directions that we need to turn and find this Lyrebird site. Jeez, it's nice and open through here. The intel that we have from the creek, it says head west and then detour northwest along a large cliff line. And that's what it looks like we have done. All that blood from the leech has dried on me. You can see it down there. It was on me for a while back there at the Ryland trig. And he's carved me up pretty good. So northwest. You've got to head around towards your right there. Follow that big rock platform. Imagine finding this back in the day. You're explorers. You've got nothing to go off. You're just looking in the bush. And you come across the Lyrebird site. This is a pretty special site. I'll read you out what I've put down on this engraving area. It sounds very impressive. One good thing, the bush is not dense at all. Easy to walk through. Nice and open. Girl's got a couple of full weekends coming up, and then she heads overseas. So I thought I'd organise a few explores that weren't that hard. We're leaving the mountains until winter, the Blue Mountains that is. We've got a couple of pretty special explores up there that I've got ready to go. Just need a little bit more rain, and we need a little bit more cool weather. I want it in single digits when we first start off. I hope you're grateful for me getting that spiderweb. This one is proving very difficult to find. We are now facing north, which is down there. So we have gone northwest. It does say that we need to climb up onto a different ridge, which would suggest that we cross the creek there, but there was no mention on the directions that we cross the creek. But there's a lot of rock formations on the other side there. I'm going to Belle's to the right of me here. Got like a skirmish line going once again to see if she comes across anything as we're walking down. Once I bottom out here, I'll start heading back up the creek, I think, towards where she is. See, there's a whole bunch of overhang over there. Do we climb on that side over there? North is in that direction up there. Just wait there, Belle. I'll get up on the other ridge on the other side and I'll see if I can see something. It's no use both of us going there if I have to turn around. So you sit down, relax. I'll go and do a bit of recon on the other side there. I'm not having much luck finding the engravings on the other side of the creek, but what I have found is a vehicle. I have no idea how this car would get to this location. Surely that's not the same one when we came down from Dundundra. It is. There's the engine. So I've managed to cross back onto the creek and up where we entered the sign for Dundundra Falls. Okay, so I don't think it's up here. So I've just done a complete loop around here. So I've got to get back down to this creek here and cross over and find Belle again where she was waiting. She's not going to believe that I came and found that car. So I'm going to work my way back down again. I've done an entire loop. So I highly doubt it's up here because they would give you directions of entering it from the Dundundra sign. I'm just got to make my way through the bush and find Belle. We are having trouble trying to find this rock platform where the engravings are. I have done an entire loop on the other side of the ridge, come back towards the golf links, crossed the creek again and met up with Belle. We're now working our way back towards the creek crossing. We came across a rock here. I'm not quite sure if you can make it out, but here's the head. Kangaroo. There's the back that goes around and the tail comes all the way down here. This is another engraving that has not been noted. So this is, you reckon?
That is that.
Okay, so let me have a look at this. Okay. That's the thing that I have.
That
yeah.
is that.
All right, so
and
neck.
That curved bit is that. There. That's the rock. So.
Well, where's the echidna? I don't think this is it. There's a lot of motifs on here.
How old? How long ago?
No,
Like,
you'd be able
that's
to.
Not cleared up there either. Like that's got. To...
There's a lot of stuff on here. The Lyrebird. Is it that deteriorated, you reckon? I'm not convinced this is it. I just think this is a lonesome kangaroo. That's just a lone kangaroo on another rock. I can't see one. If we could see another engraving that was on this sketch here. We've got an echidna, we've got a lyrebird, we've got a possum, we've got one of these flying, I forget what they're called again, it's part of the possum family, a couple more wallabies, meant to be a few boomerangs, a shield. Nah, this is not it. I don't think this is it. I just think we've
found a wallaby.
Yeah, we've just stumbled upon a kangaroo or wallaby.
Yeah.
I'm going to light it up with the flashlight. Take this for a sec, Bill.
Although that is very suspicious.
Yeah, that looks like it, but there's no other motifs anywhere. Can you see anything else around here? I can't see one thing. Yeah, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to light this up with the flashlight and see if it makes it any better. I don't know if that's worse or better. It comes around the tail ends down here. I might actually put the colours on and see if that makes a difference. Green. Is green lighting up at all? So I can see the head in the screen. It's very faded though. It's because water runs off here. There's the back up there. And it goes down. Do you want to take a picture of this one, and then we'll head back towards the creek. Now this is just another one. It tricked us, but we thought we found it, but it's not this one. So we haven't been able to find this Lyrebird site from the directions that I had, but Belle has found a few other pictures online from a different site, and she's pinpointed this log here, and at that time he took this picture from down here. There was a little waterfall running off this rock here. And from this point, he has the sketch. The sketch that I photocopied is his sketch. And he says on the other side, up on the hill, is a long platform with a number of Aboriginal engravings. So we're going to work our way up here now and just scout around. We did find that kangaroo. If it is that rock, well, you can't see any of the other engravings. They're so deteriorated and eroded. But we're going to have a huge scout around up around here. It does say a long rock platform. That one that we were just on is not a long rock platform. Okay. All right, let's have a good scout around and hopefully we'll come across it. So we have confirmed this is the Lyrebird site up here, because the pictures show that tall kangaroo chalked by whoever came here before us. And a lot of the other pictures with the Lyrebird must be pretty old. They're not recent. So it was over here, I think. He actually has taken a picture of the rock ponds. See if you can find that cave down there, hun. It'll be under there. Yeah, keep on going that way. It's probably why there's not a hell of a lot of posts. You got the cave? All right. He does mention about some drawings in the cave close by. So if that's that underneath it, then this is definitely it. Now on the site, he shows this. It's a lot clearer. And this kangaroo here is highlighted. So the Lyrebird will be here. But this, you can't see anything. And the echidna's next to it. We did see some sort of, see something's here. You can see where it's engraved. I don't know if the camera is picking that up better than my eyes. And then on the map, it does show something there, and there is an engraving there. I have to get that large map off Bell, and we'll read out what the engravings were and where they were positioned on this rock, where they're just so eroded. You find it or not? Okay, I'll come down and grab that map off you though. Okay, we have confirmed that this is the Lyrebird site. It is no longer 4 out of 5 in condition. The way Bell has confirmed it, give us a look, Bell, come up closer here. So if you have a look on this gentleman's picture, there's the kangaroo just here. So it's just down here. Here's the little rock pool, which is there. And if you have a look, can you blow it up into that stump in the background? If you have a look at that little stump at the top there, there it is up the top there, stump, and point to the rock and the rock next to it, which is that rock there.
There.
You can see the pointy bit there. Yeah. Is that pointy bit here. So this is the site, but the motifs, they're visible. Some are visible by the naked eye, but they are not very prominent at all. It's only the kangaroo, which is, or the wallaby, which is prominent. But what I'll do, considering we have confirmed this is the site. Have you got the picture, hun? I'll just put that large picture down, and I'll just go through where everything is. So I'm standing just below the wallaby here. Okay, so if you have a look at that, there's the tall standing kangaroo, which is just here, working down. So noose on a stick would have been just on the head there, working its way down. Can't see any remnants of that. We've got a possum on the other side where Bell's standing. Can't see anything of that. On top of this little pond that says bird track, we've got a kangaroo or wallaby, which would be up the top there. And above this kangaroo is another wallaby, which is where these leaf litter would be. The most important bit, which is the lyrebird and the echidna, would be just on the back here, right here, but I can't feel anything. There is a picture on his site and it looks so prominent. I might have to copy and paste it and add it into my pictures, but that's why it leads me to believe this is not the site. But that marries up, that stump marries up, and the rocks marry up. And then you've got a flying phalanger, I think that's what it's called, a lemur-like tree-dwelling marsupial. And that is over here somewhere. But there's no engraving of that either. So down where you are, Belle, there should be a shield. Can you see any? Huh? Okay, so if you look here, there should be a shield down where Belle's standing here.
Something there. That. Or that. There.
No, it's that bottom one, it's the shield. But again, they're so worn. I can't believe how much they've worn away. This kangaroo's the only one that's remained. Even his tail is struggling. Alright, I'll pull out what I jotted down about this site because it's a pretty spectacular write-up. Unfortunately, we just can't see anything. Alright, I'll stick it on that and I'll read this to you. The Lyrebird site. Year first recorded was 1941 and the number of motifs 31. Bird track, boomerang, echidna, intermediate figure, kangaroo, lyrebird, possum and shield. Quality 4.5. It's no longer 4.5 if it once was. See what it says here. The Lyrebird is the most important engraving in the group and was described by McCarthy as the finest portrayal among the few known of this bird. Unfortunately, there's nothing left of it. Tracks encircling the site are thought to be those of a lyrebird. An engraving of a noose on a stick shows how the Aboriginal people caught these birds. So there's the noose on a stick there. Around the lyrebird are 3 kangaroos or wallabies. The largest kangaroo is shown standing upright. Well, that's this guy. That's the guy that we stumbled upon. It does look like that he's standing upright. 2 more leaping kangaroos are shown in the file, and next to the larger kangaroo is a flying phalanger, a lemur-like tree-dwelling marsupial, which is part of the possum family. So unfortunately, nothing else is visible. If anyone watches this video that has been to the Lyrebird site, can you confirm if we have found it, or are we just seeing things? It's unmistakable, that little rock pool, that tree stump and that rock. In the pictures of that gentleman that's posted on Walk My World, this is the site that he visited. As for the cave that he mentions, that's a short distance, it would be under this escarpment here. So we'll have a bit of a scout around. That will verify that we are in the right spot, but unfortunately, the 4 out of 5 quality condition of this site is no more. I would rate it a 1. Making our way out onto Larule Road here, and we'll call it quits from the Lyrebird site. Very disappointing. I was hoping that it would be better than that. You can't control Mother Nature, and what she's done over the years with erosion. There's only a little bit of that kangaroo left. We may have been able to highlight a few of the motifs, but I found out it's highly illegal to even put water down onto motifs, run water down the channels. They deem that as illegal. I don't know why, considering if it rains you're going to have loads of water all over the rock, but so be it. So I'll bid you farewell from here. We've got one more explore to go. We're going to drive up to Terrey Hills, drop Belle's car off up there. She's going to jump in with me, and we're going to finish off with a little waterfall. Fingers crossed there's some water running. So from the icon and myself, until we see you on the next adventure or explore, adios.
Bye-bye.